emergency meeting of the Insurance Committee of the Quorum Court. The reason that this committee has been called and we have deemed it to be an emergency is that so many of our employees are getting collection calls, and some of these collection calls are getting quite, I don't want to say furious, but they're getting to the point where it's upsetting to the employee that these people are trying to collect for something that the employee does not know. So I thought we need to get together as a committee, make a decision on what we want to do or what we need to do so that we can go forward with trying our best to help them. This, you can go back to your offices, those of you who have an office, if anyone asks why they weren't notified or why they weren't invited to come, we're trying to twofold. We're trying to meet the governor's requirements of only having 10 in a meeting, and we're trying to take care of our employees by solving a very serious and difficult problem. The committee is here, the judge is here, the press is here, the county attorney is here, the financial director, the judge's secretary. So we've got everybody who has been involved with this. Chairman of the finance committee, who's probably eventually going to have to put out some money. But in the meantime, let's talk about this, and hopefully we can make a decision on what would be best for the county. Now, Justice White has, and I'm glad he did this, he has printed up a little outline, as he told me when he handed it to me. This is the teacher coming out in him. So he's printed or typed up an outline, and I'm going to ask Justice White to tell us what is in this as short as he can.
Kelly, if I'm incorrect, please correct me.
I think everything looks good. The only thing I see is the temporary restraining order. I thought that performance requested a temporary restraining order.
Is that the way it was?
I think Dave would be able to explain that. That's the only thing, but everything else is right on target.
But it just got hard for me, guys, to keep up with who was who. We originally contracted last year with the company LS, who is owned by Les Smith. And what he is a broker for county insurance programs. And he contracted with a company named Performance Health, and they are a TPA. They call themselves the TPA, and so I had to ask, a third-party administrator contracted by LS to administer the county's insurance claims. They're the ones that would actually write the checks out of the county insurance pool. You know, we didn't realize that we were going to be a single county pool. We thought we were joining in with several other counties and it was going to be a big pool and would offset some of our potential losses. But turns out that isn't the way LS structured us. We structured as a single county pool. We had a limited amount of money based on our premiums that we were charging the employees. So when that pool ran out, when Performance Health hit zero, LS had contracted with a stop-loss insurance company. And as Judge Nelson remembered, and I do too, we hit this another time, and the stop-loss company turned out to be in Pango Pango, and cost the county considerable dollars at that time. But this stop-loss company was brought to us as Gerber, the same corporation as the food company, baby food that we all know. And we all considered it to be a very legitimate, reputable company and thought we'd have no problems. That's not the case. So when Performance Health ran out of all of our pool money, Gerber's supposed to start picking up the payments, and they're not. And they're finding all these frivolous little reasons to delay payment. We're not the only county. There are 9 other counties. I didn't know that until I talked to Mr. Nickel yesterday. There are 9 other counties in the country that are involved in the same thing.
Not Arkansas counties, but 9 counties throughout. I mean, I just wonder, because LS had Crittenden County and I think Greene County and Fulton County, not Fulton County, Randolph County. I wonder if any of our neighboring counties are having this same issue.
we thought that we had Judge, we're missing our conference phone in here. We just now realized that.
I know, I think I got it in my office.
Oh, do you really? We were
It
thinking.
shouldn't be there, I don't know why it's there.
Dave, Mr. Nickel is available for us to call him if we want to put him on a speakerphone, but he can answer these questions if, he's waiting right now to see if we want to. I don't, Kelly's got his number, I don't. But,
We used, my cell last time, worked pretty decent.
we may have to do that again if anybody wants to, if y'all want to talk to him.
I would like to know if any of our neighboring counties in Arkansas are having these same issues.
Well, he's got 9 other counties because
I mean, I can't
Performance
imagine why
Health,
they wouldn't be.
Well, I think it's what the counties that ran out of, that went over their funding.
ran out of their pools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I
they
just
were-
can't imagine the other counties not going over as well. I mean, I know we've got some high-risk people, but every county should have almost.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
The case, the legal action that's being taken right now, the Performance Health people have hired Dave Nickel to represent all these other counties. Now, we're not currently part of it. We just haven't agreed to be part of it yet. We can join them if we want, at no cost to us. But this is in federal court in Ohio, is why I'm not sure exactly where all these other counties are. It's under a federal judge in Ohio, Judge Don Trotter,
already.
where is it there?
Holster, Field.
Holster.
Yeah.
Judge Don Polster.
You got a copy of that?
Well, here's the big question I got. It says, and I don't know whose question this was, but it says, if we did join in this lawsuit, would it prevent us from filing a lawsuit at a later date? And he said he's going to answer that question today. Does anybody have that answer yet?
No, I was thinking we might be able to.
You generally get one bite at the apple. I mean, you know what I mean? If you join in another lawsuit and you lose, you can't sue again. I mean, that's the.
That's kind of what I
that's-
wondered.
Yeah, that's the general answer. I mean, he may,
But if we start our own lawsuit, how long is it gonna take us to get a court case? And then how long could the litigation take? And our employees are already hurting.
Well, to me, if we lost our own, we're gonna lose this one. You know, it's not gonna make any difference. If you got 9 other counties joining in, it's gonna make it that much stronger.
Oh, I see.
Normally.
Yeah.
sharing the cost because the insurance company's got money.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, they had a conference call earlier this week. Was it this week, Kelly, or was it last?
With the judge?
Yes.
It was last week.
Okay, well, they had a meeting with this federal judge last week, and he kind of sees what Gerber's attorneys are doing and how they're stalling and asking for all these little nitpicky things that really don't have any bearing. And so he gave the 2 corporations, Performance Health and Gerber, till April the 14th to come up with a solution between them, or he will come up with a solution. They're not having court, just like we're not having court, but they're gonna be on a conference call April the 14th. And so Don was just, Mr. Dave is kind of offering to let us join if we would like. We can initiate our own. I'd call Justice Nelson, and I felt like we ought to do something because we're no closer today than we were. Tamika, I'm sorry, but we're,
Oh. We'll be here at 1:30.
that's, yeah.
I know, he told her to at 1:30. That's what she just said.
Anyway, I don't know, I'm just trying to get something moving along here. I don't know where we want to go or what y'all want to do.
Well, we got our own attorney here. I mean, Jeremy, what do you think? Should we join in this lawsuit? I mean, that's who I think we need to seek out and ask advice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk to the guy first, but I would think it's gonna cost a lot less money and that lawsuit's already going. And so it will generally take less time. In federal court, they can, I don't know if they've done this yet, but they do what's called multi-district litigation, where you can have different plaintiffs from different parts of the country and end up in the same lawsuit. Kind of like a class action, but not quite. And it would definitely, it costs a lot less money, and they're already going, so it will take less time.
Here's, I mean, to make this short and sweet where we all get out of here, I'd make a motion that we join in this lawsuit.
Wait just a minute, let's finish, make sure everybody gets heard before we take a motion.
Well, you can have a discussion after you have a motion, can't you?
That's okay, let's just keep going if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I just don't want to be here no longer than it's necessary.
We're not going to.
Okay.
We'll move it. Will you finish?
I'd like to hear what he has to say first.
Do you need to talk to Mr.?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, yeah, that'd be
That was
good.
what my motion was gonna include, his approval after talking to the attorney.
What do you
Judge-
think about calling the attorney, Chairman?
Judge, would you have any comment that you would like to make? I think we're about to make a motion to, I think, to join the group in Ohio to sue Gerber's, so. Unless,
And therein, that's based out of the Ohio, the district that Ohio, what district is that?
It sounds like federal court to me, so, I mean, I don't know. Each state has different, like, we have an eastern and western.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ohio.
Y'all can
but
call
the
him now
fact
if you
that they're
want
in a
to.
different court zone.
You wanna call him?
make any difference.
It don't really matter, I mean,
Will it?
I think Jeremy needs to talk to him one-on-one and really get a more of a better feel, because I mean, that's where our advice is gonna come from on this. And my motion included his approval after talking to this attorney.
Oh, yeah, I think if Jeremy would guide us through it, that, it's
But
certainly.
my motion would be to join this lawsuit upon his approval.
I don't have anything further to add. I think that's a good plan.
So are we going to let Jeremy begin receiving the calls and represent us and take it over, give her some relief, her being Kelly?
I think so, yeah.
Does anybody have his?
I don't think we need two
Kelly,
people.
do you
I
have-
got it.
I just got it to the judge.
Kelly's been the one
This
talking
Nichols
to
guy?
him and everything. You'll
That's
see what
me,
she's
yeah,
got.
Do you
David.
have any idea how many, like the total on the, just a rough guesstimate?
Yes. Well,
Do you want that?
no, I don't. What I do know is that after our pool of money was depleted, then they were supposed to kick in, and that was probably somewhere around August or September. So that's scares me.
Wouldn't you say it was in hundreds of thousands of dollars
Yes.
that are being left unpaid on the employee's part?
Yes,
Hundreds of thousands.
yes, 100.
I don't know exactly how much, but there's individuals that have that much.
Didn't you say at one point it was 800,000 or greater?
No, not me. Now, at one point, there was one doctor that had 150, one doctor. But that doesn't include hospitals or drugs or,
So it's greater than that.
yes.
There's, and I just want to throw this out there. A lot of this may not be Gerber's fault. There's a bunch of stuff. I mean, I had the knee surgery, and I had several collection agency letters, and a lot of it was provider fault. I've got one in the truck right now, and it's because the provider billed the wrong insurance company, and it wasn't paid. So, but I've had to call, and if you call Performance Health, if you're, still there's some claims that they're paying that's out there, but it's sometimes provider error. And I mean, I got a collection letter from St. Old Campbell Clinic. I called Campbell Clinic. They took care of it. I didn't owe them a penny. The insurance company done paid them everything. It's just they got crossed, you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know how you word what I'm trying to say. Campbell turned it over to collection agency before they got paid. Then they got paid. They didn't contact the collection agency. Say, hey, we got paid. Sorry, So some of these employees may need to pick up the phone themselves and call Performance, and check, or call their provider and check, and, they can take care of a lot of this that may not be pending, I guess is what I'm saying. But Kelly can't do it for them. I mean, not everybody. I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
we're all grown adults.
Make your motion.
I make a motion that we join in this lawsuit upon Jeremy's approval.
I'll second that.
On Jeremy's approval,
He's gonna talk to the attorney. He's our attorney. I'm gonna take his recommendation. If he talks to that attorney and finds
why don't
out,
we just do the join in the lawsuit?
because Jeremy said he wanted to talk to the attorney first.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Jeremy should talk to him first. I mean, because you never know. I mean, you may talk to this guy and think this is not, I mean,
Is there a
It's
second?
worth having a conversation, that's for sure.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any other discussion of any sort?
I just think it needs to be as quick as
Yeah,
possible
I
for the
agree.
employee's relief.
I'll call him,
I
I can call him this afternoon.
I agree, I think haste is the word. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion carried, meeting's adjourned.
Chairman, he's an hour behind us. It's 2:30 his time, and he was honestly expecting us to call right now. So he's available to you when you want to talk
Have
to
a
him.
what now?